Good morning, traders. Tamimi, Bill, Bob Peterson, Mr. Rodriguez, Parabolic, Sandra McKay, Kenneth, thank y'all for joining us. Not seeing much activity this morning. I've been watching since about 5 o'clock. That ICC stock sure made a run yesterday after market closed. I think it doubled in price, then came back down. I think it was all the way up to $40. Let's see here. Yeah, we were all the way up to $42. At market close yesterday, it was at 12. So it more than doubled, almost tripled. Might have more to it today. Count your pennies. It could be a good one. Even 100 shares might get you $300 or $400. Good morning. Who loves lunatic? About a minute to go here before the market opens. Be careful. Pick and choose wisely. Make sure you're on 0.0 on your volume spike and EXT on your chart. Good morning, David, Jay. And here we go. $40 right off of the start. If you're just joining us, we're watching this ICCT stock. It closed around 12 yesterday and went up to $40, $42 in after hours. Just seeing if it has a little more in it. It's been running up for a couple of days, been halted several times. I'm going to change the arrow color to yellow. That way I can see them much better. Second thought, I guess I'll leave them there. I probably need to check colors, make sure I can see them. Not seeing much activity. So those of you that don't know what's going on, we're watching a volume spike indicator that I created, and we're watching for volume spikes. You'll see this number increase. They'll turn from green to red. Over here, we're waiting for a crossover of moving averages and yellow arrows to pop in. We're looking for the buyers to outnumber the sellers, and we're looking for a bullish signal on the current candle. Once all of those line up, we make our decision to buy. I'll do a full walkthrough about 6:30. That's just a briefing. Good morning, Greg R., Higher Ground, N4, Rick Shelton, Money Mike. Glad you could make it this morning. Not much activity yet. Gotta be patient. Maybe we'll get one, maybe we won't. We'll just have to wait and see. Good morning, Gil. Old Thumb. We're watching numbers rise, or we're hoping to watch them rise. Stock here on the move, under $1. I was playing around with my numbers yesterday. I had to. Good morning, Gigi. Glad you can make it. Top. We had a few plays yesterday. Hopefully we'll get a few more today. Just got to keep watching these numbers. That's all it takes. And I wish there was more money in that one. I'd jump in, but I think I want a bigger one. Of course, it may be at resistance already. I see tall tails on top of them candles. You got to make sure that you watch for them. That's sellers coming back in, driving the price down. We want tails on the bottom, not on the top. Always remember that. Unless you're shorting. We want to see something like this one. There's another cheaper one trying to get to the top. Maybe one day it'll grow up. Thank everybody for joining us this morning. I know all of you don't type in the window, so good morning to you. All we do is watch these numbers rise and fall. Good morning, Bob Smith. Make sure you monitor this on your computer. Set your computer up. Mine is delayed this morning. I think my delay is about 10 seconds, maybe 15. Do not trade off of my screen. Do not trade off if you hear me say that looks good. Make sure you monitor your own system. If you're new here, there's the link to our YouTube channel. Go subscribe. Watch all of the videos over and over and over. That's how you learn. Watch the old videos, watch the new ones. Join our Discord. Go join over 500 other investors. They're all helping each other. They'll help you as well. We'd love to have you on board. About 6:30, I'll do an introduction. Let's get past this pre-market. All we do is click on numbers. We try to catch them at the bottom. If anything's moving in pre-market and you're using our pre-market scanner and you have this volume spike indicator loader, all you have to do is watch for numbers to rise. Anything that moves in pre-market is going to pop up right here. Good morning, James, Kelly, Kenton. Kelly, I wouldn't say it's a breakout. They're just moving. They're in pre-market. When they break out, you'll see these numbers take off. Then we'll verify that we have an opportunity to buy over here. Our market time was right in here somewhere. We're waiting for them to move. It's that easy. That one may take off, but I don't see any volume anymore. We're watching the volume right here. I like to see lots of volume before you get in. This could be just a few people. You're welcome, Kelly. Pleasure's all mine. All of this stuff is free. I'm paying it forward. I'm blessing everybody. All I ask is you watch the video. Force yourself to go through an advertisement. That's the only pay I get. Unless you make a donation. We need to make YouTube pay me. That's the goal. Give away the lesson. Let everybody learn for free and make YouTube pay me. Yeah, Bob, you know how we do. If it's good news, it's going to show up right here. That's all we care about. We want numbers to rise. That's a hopeful. These are people hoping it's good earnings. So is it worth getting into? Insider information, you never know. This could be information, you never know. This could be the insiders. I'm a number watcher myself. Good morning, Dragonfire. Glad you can make it. Nice crowd this morning. If you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough about 6:30. Currently, we are watching the open of pre-market. All we're doing is watching for numbers to rise over here. And we look over at the chart, decide if we want to get in or not. Watching the volume. We always watch volume. We are volume and price action players. In and out for a quick profit. That's the way I like it. I don't want to sit on it all day long. This is how easy it is. You load this volume spike indicator, join the Discord. There's a channel over there called Current Setup. It'll fix you right up. It'll put this on your chart. It'll put this volume label on your chart. This bullish indicator, this bid spread and ask indicator. Load the pre-market scan, you load the volume spike indicator, and you're good to go. Then it's just a matter of looking for rising numbers, click on them, make your decision to buy. If you're new here and you're unaware, when I put this system out, TD Ameritrade jumped on it. They wanted to prove it wrong. They couldn't do it. They were impressed. If TD Ameritrade can't call it wrong, I must have done something right. That's how I look at it. And I'll do a walkthrough in about 7 minutes. Let me finish the market here. I like to make money too. At 6:30, I'll do that for you. Or if you look up above, there's a Discord link. There's a link to YouTube. Join the YouTube, join the Discord, head on over to Current Setup, and you can get fixed up. I'm watching all of them. I'm going to be jumping around here. I don't want to miss the next one. I don't think you do either. Does anyone know if we have to change over to the Charles Schwab setup, or can we stick with the old ThinkorSwim? Does anybody know that answer? Are you using the app, Who Loves a Lunatic, or are you using the web-based version? I'm using the app. I don't like the web-based version. I can control more with the app. See, I changed over about 2 weeks ago that maybe that they're just still getting to certain other people. Maybe they didn't roll it out to everybody at once. I guess I'm going to have to change my title to ThinkorSwim/Schwab. People aren't going to know what Schwab is. Thank you, Matrix Gal. Yeah, I don't want to change really. I mean, I don't want to change all of this programming over. I hope there's an import feature. Last I heard, some of them had to enter the scans manually, so they had to open up ThinkorSwim, open up the other platform, copy all of the scans, write them down, or copy and paste them, and then paste them into the other platform. I think that's a big mess right there. We don't need to do it that way. About a minute or two, I'll do a walkthrough for everybody that's new here. Starting to slow down now. I'll go ahead and do an introduction. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy that does trading from his home office. I am also a ThinkScript coder. I coded a bunch of indicators of what was in my brain. I've been trading since 1990. That's probably longer than most of you are born. And I feel every year of it. I coded this volume spike indicator that monitors live volume. It's going to let you know immediately what percentage of the volume is increasing or decreasing. So all day long, we watch this column for volume spikes, going up or down. Then we click on them. We come over here, and I created this pullback indicator. I'll move over to where I can give you a good example. So after we get a spike over here, we wait for these two moving averages to cross over. This is the 8, this is the 21. We monitor that we have lots of volume in the stock coming in. This is the current volume bar, which would be the one at the end. We wait for these arrows to pop in. We wait for a bullish signal up here, which is measuring only the current candle, which would be this candle here. And we wait for buyers or sellers to come in. This will change from sellers to buyers. So when everything lines up, you get a volume spike here. You wait for the crossover of the arrows, of the moving averages. Then you watch for arrows to come in. Then you watch for buyers right there to come in. And then you watch for a bullish spike. Once you look at this for a little while, you'll be moving on. You'll just click. You'll verify you got volume, the crossover, the arrows, and you'll see two greens. And immediately you make your decision to buy. It's that easy. Over here, there's only two things to install. They're both shared links, very easy to import. This is also a shared link, very easy to import. So 3 links total, 3 shared links, and you're set up. Other than the scans, I have multiple scans. They are shared links as well. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. Let me grab those links for you. This is all free. All all I ask is you watch the videos over and over and over and train yourself wisely. Don't just load this thing and start pulling the trigger. You could lose money. There's the link to the YouTube channel. Subscribe, like the videos, share the videos. Watch the advertisement. They're my sponsors. That's how I'm going to get paid. Don't click them off. I need that 1 or 2 pennies. We have a Discord channel. That's the link to the Discord channel. Subscribe to our Discord. There's almost 600 traders over there. Some of them are giving lessons. I give lessons every day on stock trading. There's an options course that's starting to kick in, just getting going. We have a support department if you have any questions. We'd love to have you on board. Load these indicators. Go watch the videos. The weekend's coming up. You'll be able to find stocks just like this one on the screen. They'll come to you. We don't search for stocks. They'll pop up right in front of you. They said this couldn't be done. I proved them wrong. Well, you can't do that with a delayed scan. Oh, yes, I can. I focused on volume. They can't control that part. And, of course, thank you for joining us. So all day long, all we do is watch numbers. I highly suggest that once you set up your scans, set them to your price range. Don't try to monitor the whole market. Only display 50. Even though you're displaying 50, that you're not limiting yourself to 50. It's still searching the whole list. You're only displaying 50. So if any stock in that scan is moving, they jump up here to the top. You don't have to worry about what's down below. Very simple system, but I encourage you to look at it over and over and over. Watch it live every day. You'll start learning when to pull the trigger. It's not hard. Watch for this crossover of the moving averages. Watch for these green arrows to pop in. This needs to be bullish, not bearish. This needs to be buyers, not sellers. Or if you like shorting stocks, you can play it in reverse. You would have had a winner right here. Any news comes out, it'll pop up here. There's no sense in chasing news. And as always, thank you for joining us. It gets exciting around here sometimes. Sometimes it gets more than exciting. Sometimes it gets unbelievable. If you don't think it gets unbelievable, go watch the live stream that on the title it says scroll to 2 hours and 5 minutes. You'll see something incredible. Watching numbers rise. We do that. We do it every day. We find the winners. Sometimes the market don't give us any. We can't control that. Just by clicking on those numbers, you find stocks that are starting to move. Good morning, Big Mike. Come to these live streams every morning. Watch the system work. You'll learn a lot. All I ask is if you're new and you joined, make sure you put your questions in support. Don't make me chase all the channels to try to find the questions. That's the issue I was having. Some people were saying I wasn't responding. Well, you didn't put it in support. That's why I sent that message out. Bring everything to support so I don't have to go chase it down. Make my life easier, please. We're growing fast. I got to keep things in order. Keep that in mind. I know one day I'll be looking at 10,000 people. I don't want everything scattered everywhere. It'll be a mess. And it's not just me helping. Everybody's helping everybody. If I can't get to you, somebody will help you. We're all brothers and sisters here. Nobody's left behind. See how easy that was? I saw that stock moving and we got 3 green arrows. But I'm looking at the volume. It's not good, so I'm not interested. I'm not seeing bullish. But it's that easy. Sometimes you'll click on one and you'll pay a month's worth of bills. Sometimes it only buys you a hamburger. But it's still money. My next walkthrough will be about 7:20, maybe 7:25. Be patient. I'm trying to make a little dollars. I'm just like you. I'm waiting on numbers to spike. Once they do, I need to make a hamburger. Good news though, I got that video finished yesterday, and you guys are either going to think I'm nuts or you're going to think I'm a genius. I can't wait to hear the results. You are quite welcome, James. You know, it's a great feeling for me to help everybody. Everybody wants to charge you thousands. I want you to be able to eat and pay your bills. I want to give it to you. I'm going to give you everything I know, and that's many, many years of knowledge. My blessing will come. The Lord will bless me. I know I can't outgive him. It always gets paid back one way or another. Thank you, Matrix Gal. Good morning, Chuck. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Raphael. Coach. I like to see you guys posting stocks. You got to remember, I'm delayed, so you're going to see them before they pop up on your screen, but I'm already on them. But continue to post your finds. That tells me you're doing your homework. And that one's taking off. When I clicked on it, it was down here. You have to be 100% focused. Once you learn, you don't come watch these live streams, you start making money. Every now and then you pop into a live stream to keep up to date. But once you get this, give 100% focus to your money. Take it seriously. This is not a game. It's a business. Treat it like a business. Good morning, OC. Some of those older videos are not relevant anymore, but I leave them there because there's always important information in those videos. You can actually watch the birth of where we started in the beginning about 6 months ago. So everything is fairly new. Last week, I had 2 releases of all of the updates of the indicators. I think I took them to the top. I don't think I can do anything else. I just did some fine tuning, really. Unless my mind starts working and something as good as this pops into it, I'm going to create it. My next walkthrough will be about 7:25. Be patient. We're watching stocks rise. We're watching these numbers take off. When they take off, we click on them, and this is what we find. We found this one down here. Plenty of time to get it. You can see that bullish signal on this candle. You can see the buyers have stepped in. You can see the volumes kicking away. That's what we like to see. And there she goes. That's how easy it is right there. I don't think you'll find a better setup for ThinkorSwim anywhere. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you I got blessed. I fought for months to develop this. It wasn't easy. Little prayer got me through it. Works every time. See, it's about market anxiety, the fear of getting in, getting out too soon, being impatient. I'm going to help everybody that way. Sometimes trading is emotional. I'm going to show you how to calm it all down. This is actually a video on what I used to do to calm myself down. I think it's going to be a shocker for everybody that sees it. I did some crazy stuff in it. Either crazy or genius. I don't know which direction yet. You'll tell me. All I know is that I'm going to prove to you that you're focusing in the wrong direction. Some of you may not be, but I bet most of you are. You're making it harder than it has to be. You're freaking out over nothing. I actually think that video is going to prevent a bunch of losses as well. That focus was in there as well. Anxiety creates losses. You get all emotional and you jump in right at the time the candle turns red. We can stop that. Good morning, Jeff. My next walkthrough will be about 7:25. If you're new here, please be patient. We're watching stocks currently. I'm watching for numbers to start rising. That's all we do is we watch this column. This is step one. Looks like ICCT is going to give it all from 12 to 40 again. We'll see. This is a good example. You click on the volume spike. Sometimes you'll catch them down here at the bottom. You wait for that cross. You want to see separation between these two moving averages. This is the 8, this is the 21. And you make your decision to buy. I like waiting on pullbacks. That's my specialty. I don't chase green candles. I wait for a pullback and then they take off. Usually the second run is bigger than the first one. Everybody's kind of panicking on the first one. Is this just spammers or are they just pumping it up? But if it pulls back and makes another run up, it probably isn't. You're going to find everyone else, you're willing to check out the stocks that are posted. You don't have to just follow me. We got people in here that know what they're doing. They'll be posting as well. My price range, I think, is 25 cents. Is too much to look at. I'll put it up in here. SMX. Up. I clicked it off. Them special acquisition companies, they're very hard to trade. I don't know if you know that or not. This is what scares me, is when they jump up this high and they lose half of it on the next candle. I think my money's more valuable to me than that. In pre-market, it may do this. I don't know about after market open. It may go up and halt. Very low volume. You just can't predict direction on them. Unless you are a very fast mouse clicker. Good morning, Jose or Josie. NASCAR, good morning to you, sir. We're watching numbers rise. It's not hard. I made it a little bit easier for you. You just need to learn it. Go watch the videos. Not seeing anything moving up at the moment. Looks like a few buyers, and then they paused. Not much. Did have a few runners. Couple of dollar stocks took off for us. Yeah, it'll pop up here if the volume kicks in. Now, if it's still over on the OTC board, it won't. Back, it should pop up. Also depends on what price it started at. If it started below my minimum price of 25 cents, it may not show. I put it on my personal watch list. I'm watching the volume spike on it. If it moves, I'll let you know. But you'll probably know before me because I'm delayed. Live on my end, but delayed by the time it gets to you. It's kind of disappointing. I invest into a connection that's pushing over a gig upload, but yet YouTube restricts the feed. I think they ought to open the window and let it flow. So it started at $1.50. Yeah, it's up there on the board now, or it was. I just saw it pop in. There it is, right there. Right there. If it's moving, it's going to pop up. A little bit more choices up here. I'm scanning the numbers to see if anything's increasing. This is what you do. You watch these numbers. If the volume stops, they'll just drop off the list. They may pop back in, though. That's the ones you need to pay attention to. The ones that leave and come back. They leave and they come back. NASCAR, that's probably possible. Plus, every one of our scans are different. You may refresh before me, or I may refresh before you. And then we wonder why each one of us doesn't have the same stocks. It's all because of that 5-minute delay on the scan refresh. Acer keeps inching up here. That means there's interest. It has good volume. The buyers are here. We are bullish on this candle. We do have green arrows. We do have separation of the lines. We are starting to point north. The more north these lines point, the stronger the run. Right now, they're not as strong as I'd like to see them. I want to see them at this angle right here. And I'd like to see them turn straight up. That does happen. You can't miss that way. Acer could run into resistance right here. And it could pull back this far right here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I put a roadblock in front of it. And we break through. That's a good sign. There's another green arrow. We got another spike. So it looks like the sellers are coming in. That's that tall wick. In order for me to play this stock, I would wait for the breakthrough, for it to come back down and test this line as support. If it can't break back down below it and it starts rising, that's when I would enter. I like pullbacks, just like this one here. Right back in here, you saw it went all the way up to there. It pulled back down to where it was, and then it went right back up to there. That's what we're going to be waiting for above this line. We want it to go above it, come back down, retest, and shoot up. We don't want to get in this mess. We're in a slow spot. I'm just watching like you are. If you just popped in, I'll do a walkthrough about 7:25. Right now, we're all looking for something to pull the trigger on. We're watching for these numbers to rise. If you're shorter, you're watching for them to fall. You'll know, they'll be obvious. This number will just take off. It'll start jumping. This volume will start spiking. This candle will give you a bullish signal. You'll see the buyers are outnumbering the sellers. It all just falls into place. And we do all this with no subscription fee. Watching the numbers over here as we watch this stock to see if it ends up breaking through. It's already had resistance twice at this level. We need it to break through, turn around, retest, and take off. Volume's kind of slowing down. Coffee cup's running low. Old thumb, there's a lot of them under the PDT rule. There's a lot of beginners in here. There's a lot of fairly good traders. We have some pro traders. You're going to find all classes in here, from the lowest to the highest. I like seeing the young people in here as well as the professionals. They need to learn how to make money as well. I don't know how that one got scrolled over to the side. I guess I looked backwards at it a while back and it was still there. You never know which one's going to blast off. You will if you watch these numbers. I'm on it. I know you're probably going to post it. Hey, it's moving. I see it. It keeps popping in up here every time it moves. It's a good example of how they'll be at the bottom of the list and they come right back up to the top the moment they start moving. They can be 1,000 shares down, 1,000 different stocks, but if they move, they're coming up here. If you haven't joined our YouTube channel, that's the link to the YouTube channel. Subscribe, watch all the videos. You need to learn this. I'm telling you, you're missing out. Watch the old ones and the new ones. They all have valuable information. If you haven't joined our Discord, here's the link to our Discord. There's almost 600 investors over in Discord. Everybody helps everybody. If you have any questions, take it over to the support channel. We'll help you out. We'd love to have you on board. Good morning. I'm looking for something that jumps over 1% before I click on it. And the number keeps going, not just a little percent and then it disappears. This column's going to pick up even minimal purchases, even if it's one person. Because in pre-market, they usually don't have very much volume. So when one person buys, it moves to volume and causes a spike. When a whole bunch of people buy, this spike number starts increasing. More people that buy, the higher this number goes. This is how easy it is to find the movers. Just click on the green ones or the red ones, depending on how you trade. They don't all continue to go up, but some of them do, and that's the ones you want. That's why. Acer still hasn't broke that resistance line. That's what I'm waiting on. Not enough volume to trigger a spike. That tells me interest is low. If you're waiting on a walkthrough, I'll do one about 7:25. In the meantime, if you like what you see, I posted the YouTube channel and the Discord links in the chat. Come and join us. It gets fun. Lots of people making money. Lots of people learning stocks. Lots of people enjoy these free tools, especially something that's not out there. And especially something that works. Even TD Ameritrade jumped on it. They tested it. They couldn't prove me wrong. There's a video on YouTube about that. Go watch it. It got real for 2 weeks. I think I won. In fact, I know I won. I see a lot of people pop in and then they leave. Those people probably look at the screen and say, that's ThinkorSwim, I don't have that, and they leave. But I bet if they stuck around and seen this, they'd be looking for some ThinkorSwim. They'll learn one day. You don't have to have the best platform, just a platform that works. ThinkorSwim has a few flaws, but I don't care. Long as I don't have flaws. AMC sure struggling. Y'all remember at the beginning of the week, this was an $18 a share stock because of a split. They've already lost $5 of it. Yeah, I have some things blacked out, parabolic, because I'm testing. You can call them shadows. That's fine. I'm always testing. I'm always looking for perfection. I told you I want to buy the green arrows, and I want to be able to tell everybody, just buy the green arrows. I'm going to get there one day. I assure you I'm going to do it. I never quit. I always take it to the finish line. And I go back to the start line and start over. I don't remember anything in my life I didn't finish. Whether I failed or won, I finished. It either couldn't be done or it could be done. I know some of you are saying, man, is this guy ever going? Well, the audio's still working on my end. Can you hear me? Can anybody else hear me? Maybe you lost audio and not me. Let me know. Good morning, Jimmy. Yeah, must be on YouTube's end. I didn't do anything over here. Maybe the good Lord didn't want me to say that. Gaspard, and I am a guy who invests from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I am also a ThinkScript coder. I created this volume spike indicator. It monitors any movement in volume up or down. It notifies us immediately if a stock is moving. We watch these numbers all day long. We watch for the numbers to increase. I also created this pullback indicator. When you see a spike over here on this side, we immediately check that the stock has lots of volume. If we see a crossover of these two moving averages, which are the 8 and the 21, and we see green arrows coming in, we look down here to see if we have more buyers than sellers. We look up here to see if we have a bullish candle, which is this candle. This indicator only monitors this candle. When you have green, a crossover, green arrows, and a volume spike, that's when you make your decision to get in. Everything. You'll have multiple choices sometimes. Sometimes you'll have no choices. We don't control the market, but we can monitor the market. Some days you won't have any plays. Some days you'll have more plays than you need. You just have to be patient. You can't predict the market. You can only monitor it. Once you get this system down, it becomes much easier. It's more or less click, verify, 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 look at the volume, make your decision to get in. And you can get into some winning stocks like this. You just have to be picky, choose the right ones. I'll put you on them, but it's your decision to buy or sell. If you haven't joined our YouTube channel and watched the videos, I highly encourage you to do so. Watch them over and over and over. Every time you watch them, you'll pick up new information. It's like watching a movie more than once. You see things you never saw in the first time you watched it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the videos, share the videos. Force yourself to watch my sponsors. That's the only pay I get. Or you can donate in the super chat. That's your choice. If you haven't joined our Discord, here's the link to the Discord. There's over 600 people there or close to it. Everybody's helping everybody. We have beginners up to professionals. Somebody's always has an answer. If you have any questions, install problems, leave me a message over in support. If I can't get to it, somebody will. And thank you very much for joining us this morning. When you put a question mark behind a stock symbol, I immediately say, does he have doubts as well? We seem to be dying down. Not much activity going on the last 30 minutes. We saw one going up, but we were a little late on it. They're a little cheap for me this morning. I like to get into the dollars, not the nickels and dimes. I don't trade AMC. Never have, never will. Too much corruption for me. I know you are, Jay. I just had to throw that at you. I see you posting all them stocks. I know you're doing your homework. That's what I want everybody to do. I want everybody learning. I didn't put this out here so you would lose. Look over there on the right. We're talking serious business here. I don't want you to lose money. I'm showing you what I do. It's up to you to learn it. I never quit studying. I always study. I'm always testing code. I never quit training myself. That's how you become a professional. You never quit. There's a reason it didn't work out. Maybe you got in too soon. Maybe you got in because you thought it was going up and you didn't check volume and you didn't check indicators. Maybe the excitement got you and you hit the mouse button. There's always a reason. It comes over time, Jay. This is not something you're going to learn in a week or two. There's a lot of things that need to come naturally. You can't learn those natural things unless you've been trading for a while. There's some thoughts in my mind that only happen on certain stocks at certain times. I can't teach you that side of it, but you'll start teaching yourself the more you learn. You'll say, oh, I've seen that before. I'm not getting in that one. Or I've seen that before. I'm definitely getting in. You'll make those decisions on your own once you catch on. Trading's not easy. It's psychological as well as it is visual. You have to pay attention. You have to keep training yourself. Omar, I'm not a long-term trader. I'm a scalper. I've always been a scalper. But TD Ameritrade actually took this and tested it on a 5-year run, and they were blown away. So yes, it can be used in longer term. And I'm kind of glad you brought that point up, because if you go to a 5-minute or a 15-minute chart, you'll notice these indicators on the chart don't turn on and off as often. When they turn green, they stay green for a while. They're not just green for a few minutes. They'll stay green if you're on like a 10-minute chart, a 15-minute chart. Even a 5-minute chart will make them stay on longer. This 1 minute, because candles jump up and down so fast, that's why they blink on and off so fast. But if you increase the time frame to like 5 minutes, it may stay up here a couple minutes without turning off. Because 5 minutes not looking at all these candles that are going up and down. It's only looking at the green. It's not as volatile. I like trading the 5-minute. I like trading the 2-minute. I jump around on time frames because sometimes a stock is so volatile. If I bring it up to a higher time frame, it kind of smooths things out for me, and then I can make a better decision to get in. And in reality, you need to check the higher time frames before you get into any kind of stock. Try to get a balance between 1 minute and 15 minutes. If they all look good and there's volume there and spikes, there's a good chance you need to pull the trigger. And these are things I can't teach. I can tell you about them, but they need to come visual to you. I'm pretty sure you can apply this volume spike to any system. If you have a system that's working and you apply this volume spike to it, it's probably going to help the system that you're using. Or maybe you may take a piece of this one over here and take that piece and apply it to your current strategy to help it work better. You don't have to follow me 100%. Find what works for you. Stick with it, perfect it, and get better at it. I hear people all the time tell me my stocks aren't the same as yours. Did you change any settings? Well, you shouldn't even be set up like me. I'm doing this for demonstration on live streams. You should be monitoring the price range that you like to trade. If you can't buy a $50 stock, why do you have a $50 stock in your watch list? If you trade between $3 and $8, you should be watching $3 to $8 stocks. This is only for educational purposes. Sometimes my price range is spread wide to make everybody comfortable. But set it up for your particular trading style, your price range. Make a watch list of your favorite stocks. Monitor them with the volume spike indicator. You'll know when they're moving. I'm here to help. I don't know what you like. You may like this one, but it may not work for you. Or it may be the best thing you've ever seen. You just need to find that sweet spot and go with it. Thank you, Matrix Gal. I had the TI subscription for $800 a year. When I finally clicked and got this one working, that went away real quick. I had multiple choice here where I was waiting on the subscription service to call one stock out at a time, and I didn't know how to program it. It was some special code in the background unless you went with their basic settings. So every time I got an alert, I want you to tell me, hey, that one took off and it's too late. That's not trading. That's fancy bells and whistles. There are some out there who can trade it, so don't take that the wrong way. It just wasn't for me. I hear you. Jay, I'm looking at 5 monitors as well. I trade the tick chart, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute. That all comes with time. When you get tired of clicking that mouse and flipping tabs, and you finally break down and go get all those monitors and that hub you need to run them and that powerful PC where you can just look around the room and make a decision without clicking your mouse, it gets so much easier. I mean, if you have to start out with pawn shop monitors, start out with them. Go to the electronics store, buy a couple of adapters, tie them all together. 2 monitors is even better than 1. It's yours after that. There's no guy on there teaching you anything. I got to give them credit, though. I mean, when I first got it, I liked it. I made a few dollars. But I kept having the feeling something was wrong with it. And it don't take you long to figure out everything they're giving you is too late. But I've had guys tell me you don't have it programmed correctly. Well, if I got to program it, why are you charging me $800 a year? Make the thing work. If you haven't loaded the high flyer scan, you need to watch that one. It's a scan that monitors all the EMAs are stacked. The 8 is over the 21, the 21's over the 34, the 34 is over the 55, and the price is always above the 8. Those are your strong ones. It's called the high flyer scan. I also have the momentum scanner. I watch it also. I watch those two scans most of the day. And both of those scans have the volume spike on them. Momentum scan is really strong when it gets a stock or two on it. The high flyer scan is just as strong. It's going to be the ones that are at the proper angle. They're all trending up. You can find those on Discord and TOS scans. Bunch of cheaper stocks this morning. I have not got a trade in yet. Maybe I'll catch one later today. Jimmy, you were one of 3 people that got that scan at the very beginning. That's probably been almost a year ago. I'm going to assume it's a year as fast as time is flying. High flyers does not work in pre-market, though. Keep that in mind. It's after the market opens. Bunch of red coming in. We must be getting close to 8 o'clock, and we are. You're unfamiliar with 8 o'clock. If you're in profit, most people start taking profits before market open. And they do that just in case the market gaps down at open. They don't want to lose their profit. So from about 8 o'clock till 8:30, you'll see some red pop in. But if we have a strong stock, you will also see the buy on those two. Watch numbers. That's all we do all day long. It gets boring, but guess what? Boring pays a lot of money. And do yourself a favor. Every now and then, get up out of that chair. Go look out the window. Stare at something far away. Give your eyes a break. Ease the eye strain. It helps. All we do is watch for numbers. It's that easy. This is step one right here. Monitor these percentages. If they take off, you'll know this number will grow real fast. As soon as you see one going, check out the volume. Make sure the volume's ticking away, not like this. You want to see people piling in. More people you have involved, it's easier for you to slip in and slip out unnoticed. Take that profit and run. You don't have to wait for the top. You don't have to nail the bottom. Just get in on the run. Get in with. That's what I do. That's why I like buying 1,000 shares. Get in there. Catch 20 cents, make $200 and get out. On the table, but I don't care. I got my on the table, but I don't care. I got my slice. Never been a buy and hold guy. Every time I tried that, I'd be in the money. Next time I looked up, I'd be out of the money, or back in the money, or back out of the money. I don't like trading like that. I'd rather be in multiple times, grabbing the cash when I can. That's called scalping. That's what I do. That's what I perfected. Now I just need market cooperation. We're in a bear market. We're in the worst market ever. We're picking things out of a haystack. When we become a bull market, it'll be a gold mine for you. There'll be multiple choice. You won't know which ones you want to buy. Those are the good days we're waiting on. Right now, we have to settle for what the market gives us, snatch what we can, and be happy. If you're new here, my next walkthrough will not be until 9 o'clock. If you missed the previous walkthroughs, this video will be recorded. It'll be replayable after 9:30. I call it quits at 9:30. Then I start concentrating on my trading. Sometimes that's too late. That's why I pause sometimes. I'm looking for something to buy as well. Watching volume. Watching for buyers. Watching for bullish spikes. I'm watching the spread, that it's not too high. I'm waiting to see if it breaks this level. Always look back and mark the last resistance and throw a line up there. Wait for it to break through. Wait for it to return back down and retest it. If it can't break through, that's when you make your decision to buy. When you get good at this, and I have no fear. I throw as much money at it as I can, make as much as I can, and get out. I have no share limit at that time. It's whatever I can afford to buy. If I can hit it hard, I'm hitting it hard. This one has very weak volume. I would not buy this stock personally. I mean, when the last bar is only 38,000, it's just creeping. It's not really going to perform like I want it to perform. Unless this number starts flying, I'm not interested. So it broke through. Now it's coming back down to retest this level. Let's see if it falls or if it bounces off of it and starts moving up. It already failed back here. Just because it broke through a little bit doesn't mean it's going to hold. It could pull right on back down. That's why we don't get in a hurry. I don't like the volume. That's not a buy for me. You may think differently, but I say it's not a buy. Even if it bounces, if we don't have the volume, it's not worth the risk. Trading at the higher volume levels, sometimes you can get by with just a couple of trades a week. It all depends on how greedy you are. I find that if I overtrade, I end up losing some of my profit. So I choose to wait for the good ones. If it's only one or two or three or four a week, that's all I'll trade. I eliminate the one that tries to give the money back. If I'm not 100% confident that everything's lined up, I stay clear. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes they're runners. Then I'll catch them on a pullback. So I'm not totally out of it if I make a wrong decision. I wait on a pullback. Then I look at it again and make a decision. It's a creeper. It's going. It did bounce off of that resistance line, just like I said. But I don't like the volume on it. It may go to 14. Who knows? But it didn't get there the way I wanted it to get there. Omar, good volume to me is volume that's moving and people are piling in. I don't set a number. I guess what I said is activity. I want to see people all interested in this number's flying. In pre-market, most stocks don't have any volume until something happens, until news hits, or until other people start moving in. So a stock can go from zero volume to million shares traded in a short time. That's the trigger for me. Matrix Scalp, I see opportunities all the time. I'm going to take as many of them as I can without being careless. You can see how accurate that call was. Wait for it to come back down. Wait for that pullback. If it can, I don't trade AMC. I don't like the background of the company. I don't like what they did to investors. Some people like them. Some people can trade it. I just stay away from trouble. I'm also not a penny stock trader. I don't like trading anything really under $5. Occasionally I'll buy a $3 or $4 a share stock. But I find better success $5 and up. It's after 8 o'clock. You're going to start seeing some red come in. You may see a few of them get pumped up. But just before market open, be careful. The ones that get pumped up may pull back. Well, because it don't have a volume spike. It's in the list, but it doesn't have a volume spike. It's just slowly rolling up there. That tells me it's low volume stock. That's not the kind I want. If people like it, it's going to be in this column. You don't want to see 5 or 10 people buying. You want to see millions of shares flying, or at least hundreds of thousands. You got to keep in mind, too, if the price is cheap, just because you see 500,000 shares here doesn't mean that there's a lot of people buying it. because it's so cheap, they have to buy large amounts of shares. So 10 people buying 10,000 shares can create 100,000 shares traded. There's one there for the penny stock lovers. Watching numbers. It's before market open. They're going to turn red on us. If you've learned the system and you're well enough and you feel comfortable about trading it, make sure you have your price range set in your scans. Don't try to monitor the whole market. Just monitor your price range. It makes it more tolerable. I'm going to cut my all stock scan down to probably $1 to $30 at market open. So yes, my stocks will be different than yours. I'm going to start cutting back on it so I can try to play market open and not have 10,000 stocks jumping up and down in front of me. If you have multiple monitors, you could set up 2 or 3 scans, like $1 to $5, $5 to $10, $10 to $15, and really break it down where it's manageable. As it's going up, I'm clicking the mouse. 1,000 here, 1,000 there, 1,000 there, and then hit the flatten now button and get out. That's the good way to trade it. If you don't feel comfortable and you trade 1,000 shares, go in at 250 and then 250 more and then 250 more. At least if you're wrong, you're not into it too deep and the loss won't be as great. Guys, I'm going to take a 5-minute break here before market open. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Had to get me another drink. Tell the wife good morning. Gotta keep her happy. CS, I'm pretty sure I have a video on how to set up the pre-market scan. It should be very easy. It's not hard to do at all. You must be doing something wrong. You're the only one having trouble. Everybody else got it loaded. That tells me you're clicking the wrong thing or copying the wrong link or you're not importing it correctly. If you follow the video, you shouldn't have any issues. And y'all meet me over in support. About 9:45, I'll try to walk you through it. It ain't hard. Maybe you don't have your spike indicator the same as mine. Are you on 0.0 for pre-market? So I have mine set to 0.0. If you right click on the name up there in your watch list and edit formula, I'm on 0.0. Since we're fixing to change over though, I'm going to go to 100 right now. So you may want to just leave it where it is. So at market open, we change our percentage. 100 means 1%, 200 means 2%, etc. I'm going to leave it on 100. Click apply and OK. I'm going to change my scan to the all risers or all stocks. I wish they were all risers. I'm going to leave high flyers down here. We're going to sort all stocks by mark percent change, highest to lowest. Let me go check my price level. I want to lower it down, see if I can't manage it. I am at $1 to $30. That's what I'm going to show this morning. So there won't be anything more than $30 in this list. You can run yours differently depending on what you like to trade. Set your level, set your price range. You may like 3% or 300 in the volume spike. Maybe you don't want to see all those little ones that are popping up and down and popping up and down. Move it up to the higher level if you want to catch the 10%ers, the 20%ers. And you don't want all those minimals popping below it. Fully adjustable. If you want 30% and above, put 3,000 in that number. You'll get your 30. Anonymous, you switched, but we went to 100, so I like running the 1% at a market open. Sometimes I like to run the 3%. Just make sure you're sorted by percent change. We want to monitor the top movers. It's going to get very volatile in this column at market open. Be careful. Watch the candles. Don't make any crazy moves. If you're not 100% sure, stay away. I think I made focus on this ICCT stock at open. You monitor what you want to monitor. I'm going to monitor what makes me money. I'll be going silent at market open. I need to make a few dollars just like you do. Just be careful. It'll be too volatile for me to call out any stocks. I like to wait on the market to calm down and see if there's any strong ones left. I'll be watching the high flyers mainly. This up here is just going to be a bunch of noise to me. They're pending until they disappear. If you're talking about the price ladder. On time and sales, they're supposed to be executed trades. SU, it's whatever the market awards me. Whatever good decision I make, that's where I end up. I set no targets. I'm a volume and price action trader. I watch for high volume. If the stock's going up and I like it, I slip in and slip out. No target. Make as much as I can. Hold on as long as I can. Whenever you start setting goals, you start limiting yourself. Or you end up breaking your own heart because you can't reach your goal. You have to be willing to accept what you can get out of the market. Take it and run with it. Good luck. Be careful at this open. They go down as fast as they go up. Don't get stung. Wait till it levels out. That's when you want to make your move. That high flyers is lit up. I've got them sorted by percent change. I like for it to calm down too. You can play this high flyers all day long. Buy right here at the open. Unless you're 100% confident. I see ICC halted downward. You can see it made it all the way up to $19 and all the way back down to less than $16.50. That's why you don't just jump in. I'm waiting on high flyers to level out. That'll be about 5 minutes from now, and then I'm going to start looking for an entry. These are popping up, but will they stay is the question. It disappeared that fast. If you haven't been here before, I'll do a walkthrough at 9 o'clock. Right now, I'm going to try to make some money. Couple more minutes, you're going to see waves come in. They'll come in strong, then they'll fade away, then they'll come in strong, then they'll fade away. You're waiting for them to equal out. That one's only moving pennies. 3 cents between the numbers. Be careful, that's not a money stock. Still a little volatile. Still having waves coming through. Need to wait and see where they end up. Let them calm down. Good job, back road. Quiet only when they freeze on the screen. When it changes over to a 5-minute chart, it's much more manageable. This stock is very hard to play. I don't like high risk plays, and that's definitely a high risk play. It's already halted down again. Can you imagine if you got in there thinking it was going up and boom, $3 loss instantly? Some people hang on to stuff like that. I'm not that brave. If I would have got 1,000 shares of this, I'd be down 3. But I'm happy. I saved $3,000 by not getting in. That's as good as winning. And whenever high flyers looks volatile, you know the market's in bad shape. Look at that chop. Nasty looking. I bet VXX is going up. I'm going to take a wild guess. Nope, it's coming down. So the SPY's probably going up, and the small caps are falling. Nope, they're both going down. I'm not moving anything. I have a stationary mic. It could just be YouTube. The delay was extremely high this morning. It's a brand new microphone. I'm talking 2 weeks old. If it happens tomorrow too, or later today, I'll look into it, but I think it's YouTube. Let's go up here. Oh, I've already done it. Sort by V. Viewer has to get out and get back in, and it corrects the issue. Looks like we might be turning around, getting a lot of green coming in. Maybe the president got impeached. We're not that lucky. Just monitor the numbers. That's what we do all day. Look for a winner. Don't try to chase green candles. Wait for pullbacks if you missed it. It was coming back in. Lots of red. Picking's going to be thin today. I already know. Whenever my high flyers is red, that's danger. Very volatile open. Lots of chop. Looks like a lot of people are giving up. The spikes have disappeared. Even the short sellers are gone. This is pretty much what high flyers do. All of the moving averages are probably in order. From the 8 to the 21 to the 34 to the 55, they're stacked like they're supposed to be. And the price is above the 8. That's what this scan finds. definitely going up. We have low buyers. We have no spike. It's just creeping. It's low volume. But it's pretty. But pretty don't pay. Good morning, Sheo. If you're new here, let's get that walkthrough done. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy that trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkScript coder. I coded this volume spike indicator that lets you know immediately if the stock is going up or down. All we do is monitor this column each and every day. When you see one spiking, you click on it. I also coded this pullback indicator. Once you get one spiking on this side, you look over here and see if you have a moving average crossover. You wait on these green arrows to pop in before you enter. You make sure that the 8 moving average is above the 21. You make sure that the buyers outnumber the sellers down here in the volume. You also wait on a volume spike on the current candle, which will pop in up here. It's that easy. Once you look at it for a while, you train yourself, you teach yourself to master it. It gets real simple. You click on a stock, you automatically see these greens. You verify the crossover, the arrow, and you jump in. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe. Watch all of the videos. They all train you. Watch the old ones, watch the new ones. Watch them over and over and over until you pound this into your brain. That's how it works. The more you see it, the more you realize it's true. If you haven't joined our YouTube, there's the link. Please subscribe, like the videos. Watch my sponsors. That's how I get paid. Share the videos if you know somebody that uses ThinkorSwim. If you haven't joined our Discord, here's the link to our Discord. There's about 600 investors over there, from beginner to professional. Everybody's helping everybody. There's a support channel. If you run into issues, just send us a message. Somebody will help you. We'd love to have you on board. Thank you for joining us this morning. And let's continue trading. Neo usually don't have very much money in its movement. But I think everything this morning is kind of in panic mode. It doesn't know if it wants to go up or down. Was a lot of chop at open. It's what you want to see, though. You want to see that crossover. We don't have all the indicators, but we need to cross over some arrows. We need the buyers to step up to the table and start buying. We need to see a volume spike. It's showing bearish. There's the spike, but it's in the wrong direction. It's measuring that current candle. You can see that long tail at the top. That one's only moving pennies. And remember, I knocked my price range down from $1 to $30. It's not going to pick up anything over 30. They're not default scans unless you know how to set up the pre-market. The all stock scan is just one that you can create. It's very basic. It's the price range you want to trade and an average volume set to daily of 5 million. Average volume of 5 million does not mean it's only going to find stocks with 5 million shares traded. That's just an average. It'll still pick up to 500,000 share trades. You can import both of those scans without doing any settings. There's a shared link for both. Yeah, they have that category. I just call mine all stocks so that I know it's just all stocks. But it is not the same. I imagine you could use their all stocks, but I think it just means you want to look in all stocks, not necessarily list all stocks. Acer, you say? I'm watching my tick chart on it. It don't look good. It's channeling sideways on the tick chart for quite some time. Good deal, Anonymous. I'll show you my all stock scan. Let's make it quick. I don't want to miss a trade. That's where I'm at. Make sure your volume descending on your scan. That does matter. Sort by volume descending. Looks like I have mine set at 2 million today and not the 5 million I mentioned earlier. Neo's only moving pennies. Need to check the volume on that one. High flyers, where are you? Yeah, it's correct. That one must have slipped in on the cracks. Seeing that 26 volume there. That's ThinkorSwim for you. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to monitor it on the tick chart and on the 5 minute and on the 1 minute. Going to be watching this volume. Going to be watching for buyers and spikes. It's already showing bullish spike and more buyers on a 5 minute chart. Now it's changing on the 5-minute chart. Nothing in the spike list. Might as well watch it. I'm still watching SMX. It's not doing much. Still down there at $1.68. It's a pretty dead market. We don't even have any movement at all in stocks. No spikes up or down. ICCT trying to make a move. I'm watching volume. I'd like to see a lot of buyers come in. Volume is in. Now it's 165 on the last bar and started over. I'd like to see the 5-minute chart set up as well. Tick chart barely creeping up. That's why you wait on the setup. Don't just jump in on the green candle. Nah, it's a SPAC company. One company takes over another company's stock. This was a good one. It had some great plays. I'm sure some now the run could be done, but you never know. Think it's been going on for 2 days now. This would be the 3rd day. Man, I need something that's moving more than pennies. It's been an awful market. High Flyers is dead. If you haven't been here before, we thank you for joining us. I'll be ending the stream about 9:30. If you haven't joined our YouTube channel, I'll put the link down in the chat box. We'd love to have you on board. You'll find lots of scripts, lots of tools, lots of investors over in our Discord. Everybody's helping everybody, beginners to professionals. Everything is free. There's no reason not to join us. If you're a ThinkorSwim user, let us fix you up. We've got some great tools working. Here's a link to the Discord. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Go to current setup once you're in Discord, and you can set your computer up in about 10 minutes. You too, Mr. Rodriguez. I think we're going to have to throw the towel in today. It's not much activity at all. So I haven't looked. Is the market closed tomorrow or Monday? I'm pretty sure. Just awful. That's what I say. Maybe a little bit right here. Maybe. Volume is very, very low. So that's going to be a no. Neo had a nice pullback, but only 10 cents after that. Just don't fit my standards. $136,000, and then I see it pause. It's just creeping. I think it's hopeless. I did get 5 trades in this week. All 5 were green. They weren't a whole lot of money, but they were green. I guess I'll be happy with that. You are welcome, Parabolic. I can see my YouTube stream for some reason refreshes. It's never done that before. That tells me I've probably got a weak signal. Not a weak signal from me, but a weak connection to YouTube probably. And it's over in TOS scripts. I believe it's near the bottom, maybe 5 or 6 up from the bottom. I'll get the hammer out, see if I can fix it. Discord's very important. That's where I have all the scripts, all the scans, the current setup. There's 3 channels over there dedicated to getting set up. Doesn't cost you anything. Just go over there, make yourself at home. If you have any issues, go over to support, post them in support. I'll be there after the live stream about 9:45. I'm going to take a break when I get off of here. Eddie, it's because I limited my price range. I think I'm only scanning $1 to $30. Yours don't have to be exactly like mine. Go in there and set your own settings. Put your own price range in there. Change the volume to the volume you like to see. My settings are different for the live stream to make everybody happy, not just 1 or 2 people. You need to limit all your scans down to the price range you trade, and really not worry about what you see on the live stream. The live stream is for educational purposes. You need to get serious and set yours up for what you need it to be. Panda, is that over on the RVOL? I'll take a look at it when I get off of here. All right, everybody, I appreciate you joining us this morning. Join us over on YouTube. Watch the videos over and over and over till this sinks into your brain. Join us over on Discord. Chat with other traders. Explore all the channels. Make yourself at home. And as always, have a blessed day. I'm out.